I don't know if anybody's even going to listen to this, but as it says here, what would happen if a white man gave this speech today? This is a recording from the Lincoln-Douglas debate, the first debate in Ottawa, Illinois, August 21st, 1858. On November 6th, 1860 is when Lincoln was elected 16th President of the United States. The first Southern flag, as you can see here, was made March 4th, 1861. Lincoln was elected to get money from the South for the federal government, not to free the slaves. It was because of the tax that they wanted from the South. The money, which, they took lots. That's the true reason of the Civil War. You will hear the words in this: applause, laughter, things like that. This is a speech that was copied right off the archive. It's just like I listened to the whole speech. This is only just a paragraph. But I have the whole thing. I have his inaugurational address when he was elected president. You ought to listen to that one. This is just a paragraph that was copied and pasted into the Microsoft Sync speech sync. So it might sound a little funny, not too bad, because the computer is going to be speaking this, and I'm playing it on a different computer through my sound system. So, but I think you're gonna, if you listen to it, you can figure it out yourself.
Now, gentlemen, I don't want to read at any greater length, but this is the true complexion of all I have ever said in regard to the institution of slavery and the black race. This is the whole of it, and anything that argues me into his idea of perfect social and political equality with the Negro, is but a specious and fantastic arrangement of words, by which a man can prove a horse chestnut to be a chestnut horse. Laughter. I will say here, while upon this subject, that I have no purpose, directly or indirectly, to interfere with the institution of slavery in the states where it exists. I believe I have no lawful right to do so, and I have no inclination to do so. I have no purpose to introduce political and social equality between the white and the black races. There is a physical difference between the two, which, in my judgment, will probably forever forbid their living together upon the footing of perfect equality, and inasmuch as it becomes a necessity that there must be a difference, I, as well as Judge Douglas, am in favor of the race to which I belong having the superior position. I have never said anything to the contrary, but I hold that, notwithstanding all this, there is no reason in the world why the Negro is not entitled to all the natural rights enumerated in the Declaration of Independence, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Loud cheers. I hold that he is as much entitled to these as the white man. I agree with Judge Douglas. He is not my equal in many respects, certainly not in color, perhaps not in moral or intellectual endowment. But in the right to eat the bread, without the leave of anybody else, which his own hand earns, he is my equal and the equal of Judge Douglas, and the equal of every living man. Great applause.
Does that sound like to me that was the man that fought a war to free the slaves? What would happen if a white man gave that same speech today? This is why I'm very upset about the Southern battle flag being ripped out of everywhere. But you can still buy the Nazi deal in America.